All right, y'all, we are back with another video. And before we start, please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section. We must protect President Trump at all times. And it brings me to this video right here. And I really want everybody to watch this so y'all can see exactly what Donald Trump took from this speech, this quick speech, because actually nobody really showed up to this rally that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz had in Pennsylvania. Who in the world has a rally for 12 minutes? Who? Anytime Donald Trump have a rally, it's always minimal 2 hours, at least an hour and a half at the most. She ended it in like 12 minutes. Why? Because hardly anybody showed up. Hardly anybody showed up. I can guarantee you, it wasn't even probably 50 people in that room. And y'all been great to see. And the reason I want everybody to watch this entire video, because I want y'all to see exactly what Donald Trump took from this speech that he is getting ready to expose on Kamala Harris, because all she do is laugh. She don't take anything serious. They get to talking. They don't even get to talking about the economy. They'll be talking about personal stuff. They be talking about, they be all out the wall. Like, what are y'all talking about? You're supposed to be talking about how can you help the American people, but yet they talking about other stuff. So like I said, make sure you please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. And please let me know in the comment section that you did stay to the end and watch the entire video, because I really want y'all to see exactly what Donald Trump took from this speech that he getting ready to expose her with. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, y'all. Let's go.
I said, dude, you made it. You got a cutout. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to the next Vice President of the United States, Tim Walz.
Oh, man. It is. Doug gets the bro hugs. He brings it. So, well, thank you, and it's true. And to Gwen and Doug both, all of you, none of us do this alone. We're all in this together. I think this is a room that knows this campaign will be won in rooms just like this all across the country. It'll be run with people sitting on the phone banks in there, dialing numbers, and people picking up the phone on a Sunday and having somebody say, do you have a minute to talk about the future of our country? That's a pretty big step, to pick up that phone and talk. But listen to these folks in here, people are doing it. They're doing it. And the thing I can tell you, what Kamala Harris has brought to this for so many things, from experience as a prosecutor to an attorney general to a United States senator to a vice president to the next president of the United States, there's that resume, which is out without question. But the reason they're picking up the phone and the reason that they're standing 1,000 deep in 109-degree heat in Las Vegas is she's bringing out the joy in the hearts of Americans. She's bringing out the kindness that ties us together, the decency, the vision of a better tomorrow. And each of these volunteers and the people who put it on, they all said it. They said it is so much better to be for something rather than against something. To be for the future, not going back. That's what people know. And some of us who have less hair and are old enough, can remember when you could go to Thanksgiving, watch a Steelers game with your relatives, and not complain about politics the whole time. Not be on each other's neck. Because you shared a commitment to democracy, a commitment to personal freedoms, a commitment to public education, a commitment to infrastructure. We don't call each other names. We don't do it. And we don't use the least fortunate amongst us as punchlines for our jokes, because they're our neighbors. They're our neighbors. And so you're getting an opportunity to see the best side of America. And for the young people here, they maybe haven't seen a campaign like this because of COVID, because of things that's happening. This is a chance to bring out that joy, turn the page, and look to the future. This idea of going forward. So, Doug is right. He told you. My kids were backstage in awe. He didn't tell you they were probably in awe because they could not believe that I got through that thing and through that speech. That was amazing to them. But I'll tell you what, they have felt part of this family because they can feel the decency radiating off these people. They can see the commitment. They know that children matter. They know that family matters. They know that individuals matter. And this leader knows that it's not any of government's business to be in your health care decisions. Those are your decisions. And this is a leader who celebrates love in all forms that it comes by, that we love each other. And for the young people, you hear somebody talking about this, we have the right to send our children to school to be free from being shot dead in their classrooms. That's what it is. And this as a nation can ensure clean water, clean air, and a bright future for our children. So I have to tell you, we got 79 days. And you'll hear me say this. Doug's going to correct me on this. I say, that's easy. We can sleep when we're dead. Doug said we can sleep on November 6th after this election is over. So you may be right. But look.
Yeah, you sure right. You're going to be able to sleep on November 6th. You know why? Because Donald Trump is going to win. That's the reason why you'll be able to sleep. Because Donald Trump is going to win. Now, y'all hear all this word salad. It's like when you listen to them talk, it just go to show you how fake and how phony it is. The same man who want to put tampons in boys' bathroom, running his mouth and think everybody's supposed to listen to the crap that he's saying. You got Kamala Harris sitting over there smiling. She been in office 3.5 years, ain't did nothing to help the American people. Ain't did nothing. The woman been in office 3.5 years. Groceries in the skyrocket, house prices. I mean, everything. Just the skyrocketed, leaving the border open, let illegals come straight through. And that right there is exactly what she allowed. And you think electing her as president is going to change anything? You get this. If you elect this woman, put her back in the White House, she's going to go right back to her old ways. Right now, she's just going to say things that she feel like the American people want to hear so she can lie to get her way back in office. You can't believe anything they say. They are a bunch of liars. But like I said, it's more to come that Donald Trump is going to expose her with. And now y'all starting to find out why she left this rally early.
Coming into football country and being an old football coach, there's an old saying, you don't hope you're going to win. You prepare to win. And you give it the best you've got. And you know when that game's over, you want to know you left it all on the field. And that's all we're asking. Let's leave it all on the field. Let's get this thing done. Because when my grandkids and your grandkids asked you about this, because on November 6th, you were...
Have y'all noticed something? Don't y'all notice that they be putting these little events in like little small rooms because she can't fill up a stadium? She can't fill up a big room, so they'll just pile a lot of people in there. And I'm telling you now, it seems like hardly anybody showed up because there's more people, there's media with cameras than it is people there. So it is just crazy. They ain't creative at all. Look at they sign right there in the back. Pennsylvania for Harrison Waltz. They can't even be creative and get like a monitor, get something that look like they really want to win. I'm telling you, they are fake. Like I mentioned before, this man want to put tampons in boys' bathroom. The same man that let Rogers burn down Minneapolis. He didn't do anything about it. Kamala Harris came right behind him and let out the same people who caused it to happen. She let them out. So how can these folks do anything? You think, look, like I said right now, our world, our country is hurting right now because of this woman. We won't change. And that change is Donald J. Trump. That's the change.
Were there, first time when you got to welcome Madam President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Tim Walz! Hey, everybody! We're back.
There go that laughing, y'all.
And we're gonna keep coming back. And we're gonna keep coming back. I want to thank everybody. I want to start with Tim Walz. Isn't he fantastic? I like to call him Coach Walz.
Oh, that what you want to say, Kamala Harris? Kamala, you want to say Tim Walz is fantastic. Oh, he's fantastic. He's so fantastic that he want to put tampons in boys' bathroom, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, Tim Walz is so fantastic that he let Minneapolis just burn down, just let Rogers burn it down. And you know what else so fantastic about Tim? Is that you went right behind him and let out the same person that caused it. That's how fantastic he is. Y'all are a bunch of fakes. I mean, come on, man.
You know, he's done so much for our country, and he's going to make an extraordinary vice president of the United States.
Oh, sure.
Gwen, I mean, girl, you just killed it. I'm telling you.
There she go laughing.
I mean, you know, there's something, I don't know. My first grade teacher, Mrs. Frances Wilson, attended my law school graduation. I just love teachers. I think anyone who decides to become a teacher, it's one of the greatest gifts that one has that they give. And I thank you, Gwen, for doing all that you have done. Thank you. And my husband is Doug. You are doing so much, and you've been traveling all over our country, and I want to thank you. And you are going to yet again make history as the first gentleman of the United States of America.
Kamala Harris, I don't know why you sitting there lying to your husband for. He ain't going to make a great nothing because you ain't even going to be in there.
There are a lot of incredible leaders here. I want to just for a moment mention my friend Bob Casey. We have got to send him back to the United States Senate. For the time that I was in the United States Senate and worked with Bob, I'm going to tell you something. You know, we would have these meetings where all of the Democratic senators would get together for lunch. No cameras in the room. Bob, to almost every time, was one of the ones who would stand up in that room with all the other senators from around the country, talking about the working people of Pennsylvania and why we needed to have you in our mind when we were thinking about national policy every single day. That's who Bob Casey is. Let's send him back to the United States Senate. Chris DeLuzio, we want to thank you. What he is doing in the halls of Congress, again, I mean, you sent some fighters to D.C., Pennsylvania. You sent some fighters to D.C. Your next Attorney General, DePasquale, where are you? I've done that work. I know what it requires, and you're going to be outstanding. So you've got a lot of work, Pennsylvania, on your shoulders right now that you're carrying, and you who are here volunteering to do this work. And we're going to get it done.
If y'all realize, now look how she's struggling. This is where Trump is. This is what Trump see. Y'all see how she's struggling? She can't even talk without looking at a piece of paper or a teleprompter. She's talking and she's looking back. She literally looking back at the podium trying to read off the podium. She cannot. I'm telling you, this woman is not it. She is struggling. She is constantly trying to look back to try to get the names right and all of that. She can't have a speech without looking at a teleprompter. Y'all know, like when Donald Trump have his rallies, Donald Trump, he'll just go off his teleprompter for a long period of time and just be talking about stuff that's going on, exposing Kamala Harris. Donald Trump never has to just look at his teleprompter like, you know what I'm saying, like over and over, just constantly just talking off of it. He goes off the rails and start talking about other stuff and then come back to the teleprompter. She can't do that. She can't think for herself. She got to read off that paper. She got to be looking at something. So you can see how she's constantly looking back. Look at her. Look at her.
And Malcolm Kenyatta knows exactly what I'm talking about. I see him almost every time I come into the state. So I want to just address you all right now as the volunteers. You know, Tim said it.
Look at her looking.
This campaign for us is really born out of love of country. We all here, we love our country.
No, you don't.
And we know our country is going to be as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
Okay, Kamala, if our country is going to be strong, why haven't you did anything for 3.5 years that you've been in office behind Joe Biden and all these prices done skyrocketed? All you doing is just up here, all this is word salad. You just telling people what they want to hear so they can clap. That's the only thing you doing. You're sitting up here lying. Wait until she got to answer them questions about why are you planning on doing this now? And you've been in office 3.5 years. And you still the current vice president now, and you can get some stuff did. You don't want to do that. You want to try to get people to vote for you so you can tell them, okay, I'm going to do this on the first day. What you mean you're going to do it on the first day? What about 1,300 days ago when you first got in office? You ain't do nothing then, so what make people think you're going to do something now? I'm telling y'all, I just don't want nobody to be lied to. This woman is a liar. All she want is your vote. She's sitting up here on this podium, just sitting up here blatantly lying when she been in office for this long and ain't did anything for us. Nothing.
And to fight for what we stand for. You know, when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. When you stand for working people, you fight for working people. When you stand for freedom, whether it be to make decisions about your own body or love who you love, you fight for those things. When you believe in ending child poverty, you fight for that. When you believe in what we need to do to lift up the middle class, you fight for the middle class.
Okay, if you fight for the middle class and you do all of that, why haven't you done it then, Kamala? Why haven't you done it? See, this is the stuff right here that Donald Trump gets to use against her because she's saying all this stuff she planning on doing, but she haven't done it. That's the problem. The same lie her and Joe Biden told back then. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Get in office, they ain't done nothing. Nothing. I mean, I can't say how anybody can sit here and listen to this woman sit up here and lie like this. But I definitely wanted to hear because I'm up here. I wanted to see exactly what Donald Trump said he was going to expose her about. So let's keep it going. So obviously we didn't point it out a good bit so far.
These are the things we stand for, and these, therefore, are the things we fight for. And that's what our election is about.
Oh, for real?
Our election is about understanding the importance of this beautiful country of ours in terms of what we stand for around the globe as a democracy.
For real.
As a democracy, we know there's a duality to the nature of democracy. On the one hand, incredible strength when it is intact. What it does for its people to protect and defend their rights, their liberty, and their freedom. Incredibly strong and incredibly fragile. It is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it. And that's what this campaign is about. This campaign is about a recognition that, frankly, over the...
Y'all see, ain't nobody falling for that crap. That's why she didn't get no clout. She was really waiting on them to clap. Them people know she lying. And y'all finna see the reason why she stormed on out of here in 12 minutes, because I never known a rally that's 12 minutes. I mean, come on. Boy.
The last several years, there's been this kind of perversion that has taken place, I think, which is to suggest that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, when what we know is the real and true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. That's what we see as strength. We know what strength looks like.
Oh, for real?
That's what strength looks like. Anybody who's about beating down other people is a coward. This is what strength looks like. So we know what we are about. We know what we stand for. And one of the beautiful things about these next 79 days is what the people in this room have already been doing and know. Let's build community. Let's reinforce community. You all as volunteers, what you know, and we're going to spread the word, is how you can look at the face of a perfect stranger and see in their face a neighbor.
What? It's like, what the word do she be saying? It's like she be trying to put the words together and it just don't make any sense. It's like, what the word is you talking about? When this woman got to go off script and she ain't reading off a teleprompter off a piece of paper, she is terrible. I mean, just be saying anything to see if she can get people to clap.
See in each other our connection, our interdependence, what we see in each other, which fortifies and reinforces that the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. That's what this campaign is about. Yes, it is about winning, and we will win.
No, y'all.
And we will win.
No, you ain't gonna win.
And we will win.
Why you sitting up there lying for, Kamala? Why you sitting up there lying?
God willing. And through these next 79 days, we will continue to build community, build coalitions, and remind each other we are all in this together. So I thank you all so very much for what you are doing. Now let's get back to work, shall we?
Oh, God, look at that laugh. Look at that. Just look at that. What kind of speech is that? Let's get back to work, shall we? I mean, come on, man. Donald Trump got so much to expose on her. She can't read. Oh, my God, bro. He got a lot to expose about this right here. Whoever known a rally was 12 minutes. Whoever known that. And she was just putting a lot of words together. I'm like, well, what the world are you trying to say? Why you be trying to put these words together and try to see if you can get people to clap? It's like, come on, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. But, man, I can't see how anybody can go to a Kamala Harris speech and listen to this woman talk. I literally can't see how they do it. Luckily, I made it through this video. But like I said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.